Hey everybody, and welcome to or back to my channel, My Kind of Stuff. And today I want to talk about the Love and Horror Book Club picks for July through February. I cannot believe that Jenny and I have been hosting the Love and Horror Book Club for about 6 months now. It's been a lot of fun. We've read at least one book together every month. Some were hits, some were misses, some were books that maybe only one of us loved. But either way, it's been so much fun reading these together, getting together to discuss the books and see what everyone's thoughts are. So, this round of book club picks, we wanted to do things just a little bit different. There is a group of us over in the Love and Horror Discord, which, if you want to join, is linked down in the description below. We would love to have you over there. We chat about books, games, crafts, journaling, traveling. It's just a lot of fun. We are pretty active over there. There's people talking in there all day, every day, pretty much. We do movie watch alongs sometimes. We always have some buddy reads going on, and obviously the book club book. But a group of us from the Love and Horror Discord are going to be going to Shadows and Seductions next year in New Orleans, and we thought we would pick some books from authors that are going to be at the event because they're authors that maybe we haven't gotten to yet. We want to read some more of their backlist, different reasons, different things like that. So starting off for the month of July, our book club pick is going to be Caught Up by Navessa Allen. This is book 2 in the Into the Darkness series. Book 1 being Lights Out, which seemed to be a unanimous, everyone over there that had read it absolutely loved it and cannot wait for book 2. The synopsis for this one is Nico Jr. Torchy knows Lauren Marchetti is off limits. She is sweetness and laughter, whereas Junior exists in a world of violence and depravity. Men like him don't get to have women like her. It's why he pushed her away back in high school and has kept his distance ever since. But when Junior looks Lauren up online, he discovers the shy, bookish girl he remembers is gone. In her place is a strikingly beautiful woman whose social media is filled with scantily clad pictures of herself and a connection to a nearby play club. Junior's innocent curiosity quickly turns into dark obsession. But watching Lauren from a distance isn't enough. He needs to make her his. Lauren is intrigued by the mystery man who keeps showing up at her club, who tempts her white-hot desires, but as their flirty online messages stir up a deeper form of connection, Lauren worries she's developing real feelings for this brooding stranger. As their combined desire ratchets to a breaking point, who will seduce who, and will they survive the fall? I am so excited for this one. Lights Out was everything. It was perfect. It was like the perfect mix of light, dark, and rom-com that like had you giggling the whole time, but it was still messed up. So I'm expecting the same here. Just judging by the cover, it looks like Junior is a motorcycle driver. So yeah, I cannot wait to check this one out. All right, so next up in the month of August, we are going to be reading Was I Ever Here by Naomi Loud. This is book 1 of the Was I Ever trilogy. This is a dark fantasy paranormal romance. The synopsis says 5 years ago, I bled to death from a knife to the throat, but I didn't stay dead. I woke up changed and remembered far too much. I've been haunted by the memories of my past lives ever since. For 5 years, I've had the illogical certainty that I have spent lifetimes connected to the same soul. Lifetimes of love, heartache, and betrayal. But was I destined to find them again? As fate would have it, while seeking revenge for my death, my murderer led me straight to her, Sunny. The first time I saw her, she was trembling with fear behind the bars as I held a gun to her boss's head. Instantly, I knew she was the one. She was terrified of me, but now that I've found her, there's no way I'm letting her go. She will be mine again. All she needs to do is remember. This just sounds so interesting. I have a friend that has read this trilogy, and she has nothing but fantastic things to say about it. Um, this sounds heartbreaking, and I love the like kind of paranormal-ish aspect to it. So I'm really excited to check this one out. Then in the month of September, we are going to be reading Between the Pines by Amber Palmer. This is book 1 of the Black Spring Ranch series. I think book 2 comes out next month. The synopsis for this one says, Josie Hayes is always on the run from bad decisions, from heartbreak, from cowboys. Her latest escape was supposed to be a quiet reset at her family's cabin in Tennessee. Not a reckless detour at a smoky backwoods bar, and definitely not a collision with Lincoln Carter. Rugged and magnetic, he's temptation in a cowboy hat, and his slow smile makes forgetting her rules far too easy. Their connection is instant, electric, and impossible to ignore. What starts with teasing glances and lingering touches spirals into a series of nights that feel like more, too much more. By the end of the week, Josie does what she does best. She bolts, leaving behind only her name and a memory of a man she can't shake. A year later, Josie's done running. With a steady job, a new boyfriend, and her life finally on track, she's ready to prove that she's not the same girl she used to be. Except her father's pretentious summer house training program just brought a ghost of her past straight to her front door. As old wounds reopen and sparks ignite, Josie must decide, keep running from her past, or take a chance on the cowboy who might just be worth staying for. I've been totally into like these small town cowboy romances. Second Chance can be kind of hit or miss for me, so I'll be interested to see how that goes. I am getting a special edition of this book from Probably Smut Book Box this month, so I'll be excited to see that and have that to bring with me to the event to get signed. And yeah, sign me up for a cowboy romance. I'm here for it. Then for the month of October, we actually picked a little Halloweenish novella. This is book 1 in the Wrecked series, and it is called Carving for Cara by Melissa McSherry and Dana Leanne. This one is only 166 pages. It is a dark romance with Halloween vibes, also some horror vibes to it. So I'm excited to check this one out. I know it's a little bit shorter than we normally do, but I still think it's going to be fun because, you know, it definitely fits the vibes for Halloween. The synopsis says, He is my predator and I am his prey. Tonight, he is starving for a taste of what's his. It was Halloween, my favorite time of year. I had my dream job as a tattoo artist, a loyal best friend, and an ex who happily tended to my needs without complicating our arrangements with feelings. Everything was going great until Devil's Night, when the masked man watched me from the shadows, like a predator stalking his next meal. And that's what I was, his prey. Like any natural-born predator, he was bloodthirsty, staking his claim to me before I could see the face behind his mask. He wasn't afraid to kill for a bite of what he craved, even if it meant shedding the blood of those closest to me. Once he had a taste, he hungered for more, and the more he needed it, the more I wanted to give it to him. This sounds ridiculous and wild, and I'm here for it. I am here for a dark, weird, smutty, good time. All right, next up for the month of November, we have I Married a Lizardman by Regine Abel. This is book 1 of the Prime Mating Agency series. The synopsis for it, this one says, as the third daughter on a farming colony, Susan's future prospects aren't too promising. A pretty face, top-notch skills, and hard working mean nothing if your dowry doesn't include fertile lands. With her 25th birthday approaching and no suitors even remotely sniffing in her general direction, Susan will be forced to leave her family's lands to work as an indentured servant in the capital city. Her only way out is to settle for an arranged marriage through the PMA, the Prime Mating Agency. She just never expected to be paired with a grumpy, massive lizard man, and above all, not to grow so fond of his scales and quirky ways. With everything going on, the last thing Axel needs is a mate, especially a squishy, scaleless off-worlder with strange ways and an obsession with farming. He is a hunter, not a dirt digger. The seer must have been mistaken when she insisted that, for the sake of the people, he take a mate from the stars. How can such a tiny thing be their salvation? And yet, his Susan's softness is disturbingly addictive while hiding a surprising resilience. With his ancestral lands on the line and the future of the clans threatened, could this wisp of a woman turn their fate around? I'm here for a sci-fi fantasy monster romance. Like, this just sounds like so much fun. It kind of reminds me slightly of the vibes of Ice Planet Barbarian, which I absolutely have been eating that series up. So I'm excited to jump in here. This is a pretty big series. I think there's 13 books and a couple novellas also. So it's definitely a commitment to read them all, but I did want to check out at least the first one and see if I love it. Then for the month of December, we picked another holiday novella. This one's about 135 pages, another dark romance, and that is Slaying the Holidays by Beatrix Hollow. I've read a couple other books by Beatrix Hollow and have loved all of them, so I'm really excited to check this one out as well. The synopsis for this one is: my newest therapy client is the definition of a DILF. His distractingly handsome face is all to blame for my mess up. That wasn't bad enough. Now I'm practically stalking the murderous golden retriever. Can he even hear me arguing for the pottery classes over the electric carver? Oh, it's a bone saw. My mistake. Merry Christmas. I'm getting myself an accessory to murder. After a helpful talk with the beautiful divorce therapist, I decided to get into manslaughter. Maybe it's not the hobby she had in mind, but the idea always interested me, and there's plenty of predators I'd love to turn into prey. And what do you know? My therapist was right. I do feel better. She seems a little ethically confused and personally concerned. She's even cuter, grumpy, and exasperated. We'd make the perfect couple if she'd stop threatening to call the FBI. This, what? What even is this? This sounds ridiculous, and I am here for it. Like, there's a little blurb that says, when I said get a new hobby, I meant kayaking, not decking the halls with garlands of gore. Say no more. I'm here for it. I love that it is just a short little story, so it's easy to digest around the holiday times when we're all busy. And this just sounds weird and wacky and wild. It's kind of giving like Harley Quinn vibes when I think about it. Like, she's the therapist, he's the one in therapy. Um yeah, I don't know. I'm just really excited to check this one out. And then for the month of January, we're definitely going to do things quite a bit different because we are going to be picking up a paranormal fantasy romance, which normally for the Love and Horror Discord, we don't read fanro very often. But this is definitely one that we've all had our eyes on. I've heard lots of great things about it, and that is Living Legend by Ali Shante. The synopsis for this one says, Danny, groomed by Lilith herself, has been spreading horror into the murk of purgatory. She never asked to be summoned to Heaven's Gate, and never expected to be charged with the stubbornly attractive angel Nicholas as her partner. Though, with a face like his to look at, Danny isn't about to complain. The lines between good and evil are shifting. Danny discovers, lurking in her familiar darkness, are secrets that she would never have guessed and doesn't understand. Now she must ask herself, who is a demon supposed to trust? Nicholas is a sentry angel yet to see actual combat. So it comes as a surprise when he's summoned by the highest angelic executive. The bigger shock is being forced to rally together with the alluring demon he can't get out of his head. But as allegiances are tested, Nicholas discovers a lot is hiding between the boundaries of good and evil. Side by side, Nicholas and Danny must fight the unknown in whatever form it takes. I feel like this synopsis doesn't give us a whole lot to go off of, but definitely like a battle of light and dark, good versus evil, will they, won't they? We shouldn't be together, but we're destined to be together kind of a thing. And I believe this series is slotted for 3 books, if I remember correctly. I don't think book 3 is out yet, though. I believe it's just the first 2 that are out. But I've been hearing fantastic things about this book, and I'm excited to check it out for myself and see what I think. Fantasy romance is really hit or miss for me. Sometimes they're great, and other times I'm just bored. So I'm interested to see where this one will land, but I like that we have a paranormal aspect with it, with angels and demons, and it sounds like something I could probably get behind. And then, last but not least, for the month of February, which is the month before our trip, we will be reading The Hollow Gods by A.J. Verana. This is book 1 in the Chaos Cycle duology. This series has been out for quite a while now, and I keep seeing it and meaning to get to it, but I haven't yet. But I did actually pick up a book from this author, the first one, while I was at Romanticycon back in February. So I'm excited to read it and then be able to get a signed copy of the second book as well. The author was so sweet. I really enjoyed meeting her, so I can't wait to check out her book. This is another like urban fantasy, but also has a lot of horror and paranormal aspects. There's also a very big mystery aspect to this story. And the synopsis for this one says Black Hollow is a town with a dark secret. For centuries, residents have foretold the return of the Dreamwalker, an ominous figure from the local folklore said to lure young women into the woods and possess them. Yet, the boundary between fact and fable is blurred by a troubling statistic. Occasionally, women do go missing. And after they return, they almost always end up dead. When Kai wakes up next to a lifeless body of a recently missing girl, his memory blank, he struggles to clear his already threadbare conscience. Maya, a floundering university student, experiences signs that she may be the Dreamwalker's next victim. Can she trust Kai as their paths collide, or does he herald her demise? After losing a young patient, crestfallen oncologist Mason embarks on a quest to debunk the town's superstitions, only to find his sanity tested. A maelstrom of ancient grudges, forgotten traumas, and deadly secrets loom in the fog of the forests of Black Hollow. Can 3 unlikely heroes put aside their fears and unite to confront a century-old evil? Will they uncover the truth behind the fable, or will the cycle repeat? I love all of the like secrets that are kind of in this one, the folklore sort of aspect. It sounds like a lot of things that are like kind of buzzwords for me when I look for horror. So I think mixing that with a paranormal fantasy romance is definitely really interesting. Um, I don't really know just from the synopsis like which 2 characters are going to be the love interest, or is maybe this ancient evil going to be a love interest, because that would be cool. I could get behind that. um but yeah, that being said, those are the next few months worth of book club picks for the Love and Horror Discord. Let me know down in the comments below if you are excited to check any of these out. Definitely also include any recommendations that you guys think we should check out for future months. uh, Again, link is down in the description below if you want to join our Discord. If it is your first time here to the channel, make sure you subscribe, give the video a thumbs up on your way out, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye.